Smart Flops Shepherd once again. Welcome back to Lemmingbytes. Can't remember how many months it's been since the last video now, but it's been about 4 or 5 months at least, probably. Anyway, finally solved this level, so I'm going to go through the replay on this. It's not that one. It's that one. It's the attempt replay. So this one was really hard, I thought. Easily the hardest level in the pack if I don't come across any more of this type. So the first part's straightforward because I was doing that all along. And the next part was getting the platform assignment just right over here. The key thing we had to do was bash to the exit. We need to time this guy just right so he comes at just the right moment. Which was just at this point when this guy was climbing the wall next to the exit. Then this lemming's going to dig at a point where access to both of these is possible. And I think this lemming literally just gets here just in time to not splat. I think that's the purpose. That was the purpose of him not being sent as late as he was, so he could press the button. And then I assigned 2 stackers here to turn it into a climbable wall. And the idea was not to have one of the lemmings trapped in the left hand bit here. So the idea is the teleport goes off while the other lemming goes past and presses the button. And he digs to make sure he doesn't splat as well. So this lemming's now trapped and he'll hit the last button and required to open the exit. Which, once this lemming gets back round, can just use a stacker to turn around. Now I'm not sure if that was the intended solution or not, but it's good enough for me. So we're finally on to Terabyte 14. Yay! Calling the time. Oh, fucking hell. More buttons. More wafflems. Seriously, I haven't sworn on a video in a long time, but these levels are making me swear already. So we've got 13, we're going to save 29. That's the problem with long levels. What's the level called again? Calling the Time Squad. Play on the calling the bomb squad, are we? So I'll look over the level anyway. Seems to have plenty of bashes in this level. And plenty of climbers. Problem is we've got no builder, so we have to be careful about where we use things. Doesn't look like it'd be too bad, to be honest. I think the biggest thing is we've got to use the if we use blockers, we've got to be able to bash underneath them or mine whatever. You got to get in here. Might have to use the bomber elsewhere then. Probably take a well-placed miner to get this blocker free. We won't bother with the bombing yet, though. Okay, so we've got one way down arrows, and then we've got actually the miner shouldn't matter really, because if we bash in the right place, we have to go all the way across the level and get the blocker out anyway. Any traps here we don't know about. And there's lots and lots of wafflems. It was pretty obvious we had to do a miner and basher back from the exit. Hold on a minute, how are you supposed to get to the exit? There's a big gap here, how are you supposed to get across it? It's all fire as well. Okay, we have to go across the top of these cogs then, clearly. So we have to be careful that we don't impede this big area in any way, because we're going to have to mine all the way back down it. We've got to save a glider till the end, and he's going to have to fall on the button and glide to the exit. Pretty tricky level, I'll give it that. That's alright, get that button at the same time. See how many buttons we can get in one swoop. I was going to get traps now. But he got 4 wafflems, which is pretty good going. Oh, you got back out again. Oh, okay. Hi. Now he's trapped. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to do that, actually. Maybe it's best to have that guy roaming back and forth. Not like he's going to be able to do much anyway, is he? Oops. On second thought, send him over into that section as well, and we'll send another lemming over. See why in a minute. We'll get 2 in one go here actually. And 3 if we're lucky. Nice, managed to save a basher there. Okay, so he's trapped now, we can't get him out. So our next guy over. Doesn't matter how you position that basher, you can't get through. Okay, that should cover most of the waft lems now, shouldn't it? One thing I like about waft lems levels, he gives quite a generous skill set for the tasks that need a lot of use. Our only lemming is going to die. Probably the most popular voice in the Lemmings community, the woman who did the old no voice. Even the bashers aren't very plentiful on this level, to be honest. Very long level, unnecessarily long. Going to check whether the blocker frees itself under this method. Yeah, he does. That's fine. We're in a bit of danger now because we've got to get the climbers out of this cluster basically, because otherwise what's going to happen is we're going to have a load of lemmings going to their deaths at the right hand side of the level. And now we've only got 5 bashers left, I've realised. So maybe the 20 bashers is not as plentiful as we thought. I don't think it's going to be enough actually, to be honest. No, it's not even enough. We've used too many bashers. So we have to have more than 6 bashers remaining. Let's have a redo of this then. Okay, so we need to try and avoid these cogs basically, because they're the things that are wasting our bashers a lot of the time. So if we can try and get through all these walls with one basher, it would save us a lot of hassle. I've also noticed how there's a raised cog here, which helps us get into this bit. It helps us get across this bit much easier. So we can get across here, look. So it's turned into a massive slalom now, basically. What do we do now? Doesn't make a difference, can't change it. I think I have to do this next now. This is probably the one to do first then, because this one will trap the lemming first, won't it? It should result in a lot less basher usage, I'd imagine. At least he's trapped in now and he can't get out of that bit. And that only took one basher and he's pressed 2 more buttons, that's good. Let's just send the last climber over now. It's alright, you can't get back up anyway. Very basher intensive this level, isn't it, if you're not careful. It's very cruel the way you set up this level with all the cog things there, the waffle them. Okay, so let's just sum up how many waffle M's we've pressed. I think once we've pressed this one, we've pressed all but one. Okay. It's hard to see all the WAF lems. I need to go into clear physics mode to be able to see them all. Yeah, well, everything we want except for our last one at the end's been pushed now. It's better. We're like we're two bashes better off now, basically. No way I can save a basher there at all. Got to get someone down into this bit here because we haven't got any. We won't really have any. Can I just try something a moment? I just need to see exactly how early on I can hit this bit, such that I can get to a plan. No, that's not going to work. It needs to be a bit lower. It needs to be a bit further on than that. Could perhaps be there even, couldn't it? Yeah, that'll work. This will be the last lemming in the crowd that's doing this. Probably the blocker mainly. Actually, even that climber lemming could do it, because he'll probably be the last one back, he will. That's the one who's doing all the bashing across at the moment. Just make sure we have at least one basher remaining, we'll be fine. Oh, for God's sake, I've just realised our problem now. Is this a bit where they can't climb out of? Yes. Oh no, he can climb out of it. That's horrendous, that is. Is there any way we can create a holding pit over here that can contain climbers as well? Why can he walk up that? It's so annoying. Oh no, I might be on something here. The big crowd's coming now. He can't turn around because he's going to be... So that's the last lemming that can turn around, literally. Oh, this level's so annoying. All that's going to happen is this guy's going to die because he's there too quickly. Damn, this is so irritating. Do I need to save even more bashes than I have? Create a holding pit with a basher potentially. Let's go back. Let's go back. Swear there's a solution that involves saving 2 more bashers, at least. Which doesn't look possible, actually. This level doesn't even look possible anymore, it really doesn't. One, two, three, 4. That's how we got our initial 4. Can't see any other way to get to this waffle other than bombing the wall here. Can't bash all the way through that wall because it stops the lemmings from getting up. This is a very key part. This is you can't sacrifice all this. So we've established it takes 6 bashes to get through all of this. Can't really change that. Biggest issue we're having at the moment is crowd control. Unless I'm overcomplicating this, and I think that these buttons have to be pressed manually by any passing climber. That's also a possibility, I guess. Let's play with that idea anyway. Bring the rest of our crowd lemmings over. If this doesn't work, then I don't know what else is going to work. And I just know I'm going to see in the comments, oh, but your original solution would have worked if you did this. Okay, we missed that one. So these lemmings will get in here too early. So who was that guy? It's a timing game. I think I've worked it out now. It's a bloody timing game. I thought you were better than this, Waffler. I really thought you were better than this. Okay, so we've got. Let's get our little. Let's get this guy. Let's get this guy bashing, and then we'll wait. We'll skip about 10 seconds, and then we'll send our first guy, and we'll make our save state here. Of course, we mustn't forget to assign the glider as well. Just to check, that's lemming number 17. That should work, actually. I hope. Oh, the basher tunnel's not high enough. My bad. Yep, that's working. Okay, let's go back. Let's skip back again. And behind this guy. Okay, when he gets to the top of there, perhaps. Save state here. Yeah, this is looking good so far. Yep. Hold on a minute. A highlighted lemming didn't even come into it. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. It wasn't the highlighted lemming. This was the. So we need to get someone to go same amount of distance behind this guy as well. So the key spot is getting them up to this bit. And then signing the next climber. That should work out quite nicely then. Comes our next lemming. Will he make it? Yes he will. Hooray. There we go. Minimal basher wastage. Alright, we better get this part sorted out then if that's the case. That is a massive curveball on this level. Must admit, I'm not really a fan of that. Okay, so we can be pretty wasteful with the bashers now. I think we've earned that. Someone trying to get me in chat again. Always happens when I'm recording, doesn't it? This is where the blocker's going to come in handy. Can actually trap the climbers in this bit here, doing so. Ooh, that's not good. No, he's a glider anyway, doesn't matter. Where did we lose one? Oh no, the bash is too high for the blocker. Oh, that's alright, he can bash against the wall as well, can't he? Yep, that works. Problem is he's like so close behind the last lemming now, so that's not good. I think we're all but solved this level now. I'm glad I persisted. Is this guy a glider? If he's a glider, that's fine. That's what the second blocker's for. That would be pretty impossible without the second blocker, to be honest. There we go. Oof. And if you didn't make that ledge, I don't know what else I could do then. Wow, that was a hard level. Terabyte 13 was still harder though, because that level you just didn't have a clue where to start with it.